Well, good morning everybody. I just sitting around the house, not a lot to do. Figured I'd make a quick video about my little toy collection. Star Wars, Hot Wheels, some other miscellaneous stuff, maybe a couple of G.I. Joe things. So come on and have a look. It's pretty interesting. Well, I've sort of dedicated one of the guest rooms in my house to my room, my toy room. As you can see, we'll walk in and we'll start right here. These are some of my loose Hot Wheels and Stomper 4x4s and whatnot. I got a couple red lines from the 1960s, then up through the 70s and 80s. And then of course I have most of my collection is carded Hot Wheels that are, you know, probably within 15 years old. Look at these are cool. Any of you Hot Wheels guys probably noticed a few. I mean, some of these are from the era of my childhood. Some are before I was born, and I'm 54. We've got a few Matchbox from back in the 60s as well. But I'm primarily a Hot Wheels guy. And then there's these competition for Stompers were called, I can't remember the name of them, Raiders or something, but there's a Stomper, an original Brat. That's pretty cool. And then I have Micro Machines, which I really liked when I was a kid. They're, you know, they're super tiny. It's finger for comparison. I thought those were cool. And of course I have some from my childhood that I painted when I was about 7. Alright. Another one I painted. That's a crazy Hot Wheels right there. I had that when I was a kid. My brother had that when he was a kid, actually. But another one I painted, and of course, you gotta love the Dukes of Hazzard. So that's the old school Hot Wheels. And then, you know, I got some random stuff. G.I. Joe, Jet, some other little stuff, some other G.I. Joe stuff. This is my son's Pinewood Derby from Cub Scouts last year. And this is my Pinewood Derby from probably 1977. I did replace the wheels because my younger brother took a lighter to them and smooshed them so that they look like flat tires. So I had to replace the wheels. And there's my second place trophy. Some other little stuff, coins, whatnot, hoo-ha ding dangs. We got more little things down here. Of course, I had one of those when I was a kid. I was missing the clear shell over it. And then I have some Fisher-Price stuff that's still in the boxes that I haven't been able to display yet, but those are cool. Some Lego stuff I had when I was younger. Some newer Star Wars stuff that were gifts. Now here's some of the coolest stuff I have. You know, I have the 1970s Star Wars stuff. This is 1970s. Of course, these guys are all from the 70s. We'll go slow past these. These things were such a big part of kids' lives back in the 70s and 80s. I've got a lot of duplicates. I definitely find enjoyment in all these. Some of these are from the late 80s and early 90s, but not many. Most are from the 70s. those guys. Now we're gonna sort of slowly, so you don't get dizzy, scooch over here. These are cool. I grew up with these books, these Time Life Western books. Those are from the 70s. And of course, some more modern stuff there. And then we have more 70s original. And then we thought, this is in pretty good shape, actually. It's got a little discoloration. Got some newer figures under there. I just ran across at garage sales and stuff, and I just picked up. I love the Tiki Chewbacca back there. Theta. Orange boxes. And this is awesome. That actually lights up. You know, like the real laser sword. Pretty cool. Got some pretty good detail to it. On sale. Some more modern stuff. This is cool. It's a little remote control. That thing lights up and beeps and bops. These are from the 70s with the exception of the Leia. It's a later figure. I love those guys, that's cool. And then back over here, some 70s. Those are cool. They're albums. Cloud cars, and these are all original. There's a later guy. All 1970s. Well, those guys we know, but that's 70s. TIE Fighter, 70s. Land Speeder. Scooch around the bed and we'll do a closer look at the last of this stuff. My mom gave me that picture up there. That's a cool Rat Pack thing from Vegas. For those of you who know who the Rat Pack is. Some newer figures, but original 70s X-Wing fighter. Original Star Wars trilogy. This is of course original Slave One. Some more modern stuff I just thought was cool. The beer stein I came across. And lunchbox. And here to the hole, we've got some Mickey Mouse R2-D2. And this was some art my mom came across. It's actually Star Wars characters, but a Clockwork Orange. I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm a fan of the movie A Clockwork Orange. Yeah, and this is the last of it. Well, we'll show you some cards. These are some figures that were specialty figures. This is awesome. There's a couple of these that are really cool. It's like a prototype. And then I got these silver editions. Probably not worth much, but they're carded and they're cool. And then there's some newer stuff. And this is one of my favorites. This was carded inside another case. Some of the prototypes for R2-D2 and C-3PO. So that's cool. And then the last thing, I don't know if I can get in there, but in that case, in that chest of drawers, is filled with about 2,000 carded Hot Wheels. I'll take some still shots maybe and put those in. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. May the Force be with you.